tongue twisters. That's how you start warming up your voice. Ta-da!
Peter Piper Peep. I'm only doing a voiceover for this because it's 16 minutes. I can't believe this took me 27 hours. That is annoying to think about. I asked my followers on Instagram which picture I should draw, and this is the picture that they chose. When I was posting that poll on my story, I was kind of hoping that they would pick that picture because I secretly wanted to draw it, and if it wasn't gonna win the poll, I was just gonna vote for it myself. Or ignore the poll, but I guess we have a similar taste. But yeah, I did live stream this on Instagram. I used to live stream on Twitch, but I think the environment on Twitch is for the killers, and I won't elaborate. I cannot elaborate on that. I tried live streaming on YouTube, and it was just me, myself, and I here, which is fine. And I didn't like live streaming on YouTube because of the whole copyright thing. Like, if I even had a thought about something that's copyrighted, they shut my stream down. So my last resort was Instagram, which is actually really fun. I love live streaming on Instagram. I love talking to people. Everyone is so cool over there, and it's definitely something I really enjoy, and that's why I keep doing it. 2026 is literally my year because I love Dune. I'm obsessed with Dune. I'm a Dooner for life, and the third Dune movie is coming out this year. I used to be so obsessed with JoJo, and Steel Ball Run just came out today, and my obsession is coming back. And I'm rewatching The Sopranos again, and like all these obsessions that I used to have that were like lying dormant inside of me because I had no media to consume have come back. And the only thing that can make this better is a Red Velvet comeback. Oh my god. I think if that happened, I'd have to die. I feel like I should have something very insightful and profound to say. I don't really enjoy people that are not always looking to improve, but only focus on improving their art. I don't think I got better at art because all I did was focus on improving all the time. I got better at art because I started enjoying it, and I reconnected with the feeling that I used to have in the beginning. In the beginning that I used to have when I made art, and why I continue to make it. Improvement came as a side effect of me enjoying myself and having fun. So I feel like if you just focus on having fun and enjoying yourself while making art, you will improve naturally. It's not a bad thing to always want to improve or improve in any kind of way in any creative thing you are doing. But I think when your focus is 100% on improving, it can take the fun out of everything. And it can make you really miserable if all you do is focus on what you don't like about your art and what you need to be better at. Because imagine if you did that for every aspect of your life. Or maybe you do. But if you don't, imagine if you did and you were like, I didn't put my deodorant on right today, like the next time I do it, I have to do it better. Well, actually, some people need to. Let me think of another example. I don't know. I didn't breathe good enough just now, and the next time I breathe, it needs to be better, or else I'm a fraud. Think of when you first started drawing. You weren't going to YouTube and looking up tutorials all the time. Unless, well, maybe some people were. But try to think to the very, 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 very first time you started doing something creative or drawing or art related. And it was probably like coloring or something. You were probably a kid and you were drawing something silly. And you didn't immediately go to a tutorial from some weirdo that was like, here's how to improve your little kid drawing in a week. You just did it and then you probably enjoyed it and you kept doing it. But I will say when I started focusing a lot on improvement and going to tutorials online, it made me stop drawing and it made me not want to draw anymore because the thought of having to do all the things that people were suggesting to do just to improve made me not want to draw because I was like, that's too much work. And I guess in my brain I was like, if I'm not doing it, then that means I suck, which isn't true. And I remember when I was in college, my drawing professor, she was telling me I need to draw more outside of class and I need a sketchbook and whatnot. And I was like, no, I don't draw outside of class because I watch all these YouTubers, these art YouTubers, and they're saying I have to do this, this, and that, and I don't really want to do that. And then she was like, well, who cares what some stupid YouTuber has to say? And then like she said that and it was like my mind was blown. And I was like, whoa, you're so right. Who cares what some stupid YouTuber has to say? So yeah, when she said that to me, it kind of changed everything for me, and I stopped going online and looking for other people to see how I can improve, and I just started enjoying art again. But yeah, I was really excited to do the hair, and that lasted 5 minutes because of how repetitive it got. The hair was so fun at first though. Now that I'm watching this, it kind of looks like I'm doing one of those speed paints where people erase what's already under, but I swear I'm not doing that. I have witnesses, and in fact, I'd like to call my first witness to the stand.
Away from the fact that the defendant...
am not crazy! I am not crazy.
Now that I'm rewatching this, I'm like, yeah, I did have really fun with the hair. But because I was recording myself drawing, I tried to do one thing at a time. So the speed paint would be more, how you say, cohesive. But it was really messing with me because I guess I've never noticed, but I have been told that when I draw or when I paint, I bounce around the painting because I usually get bored of being in the same spot, I guess. Sometimes with recording my art, I get stage fright. I can't get into flow when I'm recording, and I think that's another reason this took me so long. Flow state was not reached with this drawing at all, which is a shame. I would have loved to be in flow for 27 hours, but for some reason when I record, I can only draw for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like, I'm done. No more. Get me out of here. It feels like torture. I think maybe because I can see the time that I've been drawing. Or another thing that makes it hard for me to reach flow state is I obviously want to listen to music, and music distracts me so much. And the only thing I can listen to when I'm drawing sometimes is music that sounds like I'm about to be abducted by an alien. That's the only thing that can get me into flow. So right there, I was explaining how I was having the worst string of luck in my life recently. And it wasn't so bad. I'm just dramatic. So it was so bad that I thought somebody hexed me with a curse. So I was drawing my closet because I had closed my finger in my closet door, and it was a pain I've never pained before. It was a new feeling.
What is this feeling? So sudden and new.
And the worst kind of feeling. And then after that, I was baking something, and I was melting butter in the microwave, and the stick of butter wasn't completely melted, so I went to cut it in half kind of, and when I did that, obviously the butter slipped in the bowl and splashed all over me, and I got hot butter all over me, and I burned my foot. And then I went to go wash my hair, and I got horse shampoo in my eye. And I don't know if on the bottle it says don't get this in your eye, but I feel like it might say that. And you know what's so stupid is while I was washing my hair, I felt it dripping down my head, and I was like, oh, it feels like that shampoo is dripping down my face towards my eye. And then I just let it happen, and that was like also the worst pain I've ever felt. And all these injuries happen on the left side of my body, which, if you don't know, which you probably don't, I'm left-handed. So these kind of thoughts, these coincidences, I was like, somebody hexed me. Somebody was really praying hard on my downfall. And here's the thing with me, you don't have to pray hard on my downfall, because it will come. Like, and when people are praying hard on my downfall, like, like, you don't have to pray that hard. Any slight inconvenience I feel will be the worst day of my life. So please don't pray hard. Just pray a little bit for my downfall, so I don't have to have a hard day like that again. And then also the next day, I was really excited because I had plans, and my plans did not come to fruition. So I was like, of course. But then I think because I have anxiety or whatever, I have a really cool, unique brain, I was like, well, I wasn't meant to go out because I'm having really bad luck, and if I would have went out, I would have died. So that's how I got over that quickly. Let me answer some questions that I get a lot. The program that I use is Paint Tool SI. I've been doing digital art for 10 years. Oh, I draw on a computer. I have a tablet and a pen that I draw on. I do not use my mouse. I'm not that crazy. I love hands. I love painting hands. I love sketching hands. They're so beautiful. maybe when I do a painting, it's like, what's the thing I don't want to do the least? And I try to get it over with first, and then I'll do something I enjoy painting as a reward. And then after that, I will do something else that I don't want to do, and then I'll do something I do want to do as a reward. But this one, I did everything I wanted to do, and then the boring parts. Oh, and then this right here. I thought I had paused the recording, so I went to go do something, but I left it recording. And then I think I went to go pause the recording again, and then I left it recording again by accident. So that's really cool, and I kept doing that throughout this whole thing, which is also nice. Like, yeah, I love wasting time. Man, this is a long video.